Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Paul Pearl and I'm a product specialist at Promark Drumsticks. And I'm here today at the Sam Ash Studios to talk a little bit about drumstick selection and how to find the right drumstick model for you. It can be a very daunting experience trying to find the right drumstick model. You walk into your local music store, you see the drumstick bin, there's hundreds of models. You may not know the difference from one model to another, how much of an effect the tip shape can have on the sound of a drumstick. So it can be really hard to find the right thing for you. Playing drums is a very unique experience. Unlike other instruments, the musician really doesn't have a physical connection with the instrument. It's not like when you're playing a guitar where you put your finger on a fret and you're changing the length of the string to adjust, the sound that you're actually getting. In the case of playing drums, you're relying on a drumstick, a mallet, or some other type of implement to strike the instrument and create a resonance. So that's why it's so important to find the drumstick that feels right to you. It's going to make that experience feel as natural as possible. It's going to make the drumstick feel like it's an extension of your body. It's going to make it easier to play, easier to take the musical ideas that you have in your head and generate that into a sound. So there's a couple different selection points that you're going to want to make when you're going through that buying decision. The most important decision you need to make is what drumstick diameter is right for you. There are four most popular drumstick diameters in the industry. Your 7A, which is the thinnest, 5A, which is kind of middle of the road, it's the most popular drumstick diameter, 5B, which is a little bit thicker than the 5A, and then 2B. So again, the 7A is the thinnest diameter, and this decision is really going to come down to what feels most comfortable in your hands. Some people prefer the feel of a thinner drumstick. They think that's just more comfortable. But thinner drumsticks are really great for applications where you want to be really nimble, you don't want to be too loud. So these are great for that type of work. You'll notice these are very popular among jazz musicians. Again, 5A is the most popular drumstick diameter. It's not too thin, not too thick. It's great for a variety of different musical applications. 5B is a little bit thicker. It's also going to be a little bit heavier, so it's really good for heavier playing if you're playing rock, a lot of pop music. So 5B in that case. And then 2B is going to be the thickest and the heaviest drumstick we make. It's also going to be really durable. But again, it will be a little bit heavier, so it may not be for everyone. Probably don't want to use these on a jazz gig, but if you're playing hard rock, metal, this is a great option for you. The other thing you want to take into consideration when you're choosing the drumstick diameter is the genre. So like I was saying, if you want to play a lot of nimble things, really light, don't want to be too loud, you might want to go with a thinner drumstick model. If you're hitting really hard, you want to be really loud, project, a thicker drumstick might be good for you. It's also going to hold up to that heavier playing style. So once you've picked the right drumstick diameter, the next thing you're going to want to take a look at is what type of wood do you want to use. So there are three main types of drumstick wood types in the world. Hickory is the most popular. Drummers have kind of gravitated towards this because it's got a really good blend of durability, density, and weight. So that's by far the most popular drumstick wood type. Maple is another option. So maple's a little bit lighter than hickory. It's also a little bit softer. It's a really great option because it allows you to have a thicker diameter drumstick but not have it be as heavy. So if you felt that a 5B or a 2B diameter stick felt really comfortable in your hands but maybe it was a little bit overbearing, maybe try it in maple. Maple's also a little bit softer, so you're not going to get as much shock transmission through the drumstick. Some people have issues when they hit a rim shot with either hickory or oak, and they'll feel a lot of shock and it may not be super comfortable. So if that's something you've experienced, then maple is a really great option for you. On the other end of the spectrum, we've got oak drumsticks. So Promark Shirakashi oak sticks are made with a very specific type of Japanese oak called Shirakashi, and it's a very important part of our brand's history. The first drumsticks that Promark manufactured way back in 1957 were actually oak drumsticks. We were the first American stick manufacturer to use oak as a drumstick wood type, and we really put that type of wood on the map here in the United States. So these are really dense, really durable, and they're also a little bit heavier than hickory, so they're really great for heavy playing. So we've gone through drumstick diameter as well as different wood types. The next thing you need to decide is how do you want the actual drumstick to feel? So got a couple options here. We're going to take a look at our standard classic models as well as some rebound balance models and forward balance models. So when it comes to the actual feel and the balance of the drumstick, the thing that's going to change that is the taper of the drumstick. And that's what happens here in the shoulder area, how you go from the main diameter of the drumstick down to the neck diameter and the tip up here. So the length of that taper, the angle at which it's cut, all of those things are going to affect how the drumstick responds when you strike something. So forward balance models have a pretty short 2¼ inch taper. So what that does is it shifts the center of balance of the stick a little bit forward. So it really propels the motion in the front end. It's really great for power and speed, for heavier playing, things like that. All of our classic models feature a short to medium taper. So it's a really nicely balanced stick. It's great and versatile for a variety of different applications. On the other end of the spectrum, you've got rebound models, which feature a long 3-inch taper. So that takes the center of balance and shifts it towards the back end of the stick. So it really helps the rebound of the stick. It makes it bounce easier. It makes it feel like the stick is doing the work for you. Personally, I play a lot of jazz, so I like having as much rebound as possible. So, okay, now we've talked about the diameter of the stick, the wood type, and how you want the stick to feel. So we've basically narrowed down on the exact drumstick model or design that you like. The last decision you have to make is the finish of the drumstick. So here at Promark, we have a variety of different drumstick finish options. Our standard lacquer stick is the most popular option. It's got a really nice silky smooth finish. People just tend to gravitate towards that. We also have natural finish drumsticks, which is just raw wood that's been sanded down. Really great option. If you have dry hands, this is a great option for you. We also have active grip. So active grip is a heat-activated grip solution. It's a water-based finish that's applied thin, just like a lacquer. So it's not going to add any weight or diameter to the stick. And unlike some other grip solutions on the market, it still feels just like a standard lacquer stick. In this material, there's a specific ingredient that is heat activated. So as your hands start to warm up and sweat, the finish actually becomes tackier and helps you hold on a little bit better. My hands sweat a lot when I play, so I'll be playing and I'll get to the point where the stick starts slipping and I'm holding on to it at the end like this, and I start gripping a lot tighter, which is obviously not very comfortable. It wears out my hands pretty quickly. So I find that active grip is a great solution for that because it just allows my hands to relax a little bit. It just helps me grip on better. The other option we have is fire grain. So fire grain is a flame-treated drumstick that adds durability. This was actually developed from an ancient Japanese technique called shosugiban, which they would use to flame-treat the exterior of their houses. It would create a natural insect repellents, make the wood more durable. It's also looks pretty amazing. So we thought, why don't we try this on drumsticks? And we developed the fire grain series. So it still feels just like a natural hickory drumstick will. It's just going to last a little bit longer. And unlike some other durability innovations that companies have made, whether that be trying synthetic materials, whether that be going to other types of wood like oak, sometimes that just takes away from the feel of the drumstick, right? With synthetic materials, it's not going to respond like a wood drumstick would. And again, with denser woods like oak, you get a little bit more shock transmission, so that may not be for everyone. So fire grain is a great solution when you're looking for a stick that feels just like a normal hickory stick, but you want it to last a little bit longer. So those are some of the main decisions that you should make when you're going through selecting the right drumstick model, so hopefully those will help you out. Again, I'm Paul Pearl with Promark Drumsticks, and thanks for watching.